This is Blackpill, Site of Special Scientific Interest. It's only an hour's walk from the middle of Swansea. That's 20 minutes on the bus, a 15-minute bike ride. So close to so many people, and yet there's so much wildlife here. When the tide is out like this, it's worth venturing out onto the beach. Don't go too far, of course, and have a stop and have a look around and see what you can see. There's a lot of bird life down here, a lot of crows here, variety of different gulls as well, but also wading birds. Now I can see several hundred oyster catchers feeding away. Those are the big black and white birds, and also a few curlew. And if you come regularly, especially in the autumn and the winter, you might get something a little bit scarcer here as well. Hundreds of birds call Blackpill their home over the autumn and winter months, and some of them will have come a very long way, and all they want to do is feed up and rest. So when you do come here, enjoy yourself, of course, but please don't go too close, don't disturb the birds, and keep your dogs under control. Right on the edge of the beach, and literally a couple of meters away from the coastal path, you've got this small area of dune, which is botanically, it's brilliant. Look at this. You've got sea holly here. It's gone over a little bit now. Then you've got sea spurge. Lovely little plant, that one. And best of all, just over here, you've got sea rocket, which is in flower at this time of year, and this is the one that the posh chefs like to add to the food, you know. It's a lovely little thing. Just a few meters away from the beach, you've got an information centre here that's open every Sunday morning over the winter months, and there'll be people here to help you, and information boards as well that are very useful, telling you about the wildlife, especially some of the birds that you'll see on the beach. So it's worth popping by. Just across the road is Clyne Gardens, where you can find a cracking little place called the Touring Tea Room. Hello there.
Hi.
Can I have a cup of tea?
Yes.
And I'll have a muffin as well, please.
No worries.
Thank you. Lots of benches here where you can have a sit down, and the good thing about a park like this, and I got to say, it's so well maintained by Swansea Council, fair play. Good thing about it, so many people that with a cake, if you throw a few crumbs on the floor, you should be able to get a robin or some other birds to come, and maybe I can have a close look at those. This is Clyne Valley Country Park. It's the only country park in Swansea, and it's a big one, 700 acres in all, a mixture of woodland, hills, meadows, wetland, and that means plenty of wildlife, and all of that, just an hour's walk, a 20-minute bus ride, or a 15-minute cycle from the centre of Swansea. Now, spring is obviously a good time to come here because of the bird song, but I prefer it in the autumn, you know, because the autumn colours when the leaves are turning, absolutely stunning, and it's the best time to come to look for fungi. Listen, can you hear that tap, tap, tapping? Now, that could be a woodpecker, but it's not a woodpecker. Could be a nuthatch, but it's not a nuthatch either. It's actually a great tit. Tap, tap, tapping in the tree just up there. So it's worth keeping your ears open here as well. Now, it's well worth keeping your eye on any old stumps like this at this time of year. You're bound to find some fungi. There's lots of it around. This is a real beauty. It's called Artist's Bracket. And just back there on some dead oak, I found some poor man's licorice, and I can see just on the floor here is another one called Hare's Foot Ink Cap. Brilliant names for some fantastic wildlife. I'm walking quite slowly here because there's a hawthorn tree full of berries just up there behind me. There's a blackbird sat there, and I think he's just waiting for me to go past before he starts feeding on the berries. And of course it's a time of plenty for these birds. There's lots of food around for them. This path just goes on and on and on through these beautiful woodlands, and there are miles of cycle paths here as well. And it's hard to believe that I'm actually walking along an old railway line that once went right down the middle of a very industrial area.